official newspaper files of the early West record many stories of famous and notorious characters of that period. Among them, born in 1848, Belle Starr, horse thief and harborer of criminals, lived hard and fast enough to become known in her day as Queen of the Bandits and to go down in history as America's most notorious woman outlaw. Fort Smith, a small village on the border of the Indian Nations, where gunshots and violent death were commonplace. One of the roughest and toughest towns of the Old West.
Belle?
This don't look much like the savings and loan bank to me, Sam.
What's the bet?
Never mind what's the bet. How much have you lost?
Not too much, Belle.
I gave you $1,500 to put in the bank. How much have you got left? Bum did I marry, throwing away my hard-earned cash on the gambling tables. Money I made myself. Get up! Get on your feet, you lazy Indian. You gonna lay there all day? Rest of you gentlemen, put your money on the table. Shove the money into the hat, you. All of it. Every penny! Get in your horses. Your arm, Mr. Starr. It's time we were leaving.
Look, Belle, I was just trying to...
Don't you know yet how to treat a lady? Open the door! If any of you gentlemen thinks he's got change coming, look me up at Younger's Bend. You're so good at spending my money. Now, let's see if you can help me make some.
Where are we going, Belle?
Up to Dodge City. There are a couple hundred head of horses corralled up there just waiting for shipment. I'll go get in your horse pronto.
Look what I find. He's a pretty good colt, huh? For you.
Good-looking piece of horse flesh. Turn in with the others. Get some money on him. Hey, get him on the move!
I'm Matt Clark, railroad detective. Over 100 head of horses destined for the United States Cavalry and consigned to the railroad had been stolen from shipping points along the right-of-way. I was assigned the task of following the trail of the thieves and bringing them in. This usually began with the questioning of possible witnesses, people to be used later when the outlaws are caught and brought to court.
Yeah, they spooked the herd out of here night before last. Cut out the best of the stock, stampeded the rest.
Did you get a good look at the rustlers?
Too dark. One thing I'm sure of, though, the leader was a woman.
A woman?
Yep. I could hear this female yelling orders. See the feather in her white hat.
I know those weren't your horses, sir. You were just holding them for shipment. But do you think you could identify any of them if you ever saw them again?
Yep. I could some. It was one little blooded colt in particular. A bay with a blazed face and 3 white stocking feet. I got kind of attached to him.
If we caught the thieves, would you be willing to testify against them?
Sure would. Just give me the chance.
Might at that. So long.
The trail led to the Indian Nations. By the time I reached the Nations, I began to feel that the horse thieves I was after were Belle Starr and her gang. My final stop turned out to be Fort Smith, Arkansas, a hop and a jump from Indian territory. It had a reputation equal to Dodge, Abilene, or any other cowtown crossroads, with the added distinction of being a fence for stolen livestock and a refuge for whiskey peddlers bootlegging firewater to the Redskins.
Hello, Bill.
The man I wanted to see first was a local sheriff, though it was a meeting I didn't care to make public.
The usual, Pete.
Howdy, Sheriff. I don't suppose you remember me, do you?
No, I don't believe I've... Oh, sure. Why, of course. How have you been? I take it you're here on business, Mr. Clark.
Yeah, that's right. I've trailed a gang of horse thieves all the way from Dodge. I've got good reason to believe it's Belle Starr.
You're not the only one with a good reason. She came in here last week with them horses. Sold them all in one day.
Why didn't you pick her up?
She had bills of sale.
They're forgeries.
No doubt. But proving it is something else. Do you happen to have a description of all them horses and prior bills of sale?
Not only that, I've got a half a dozen witnesses who are willing to appear against her. All we have to do is arrest Belle.
You think that's going to be easy?
Where does Belle live?
Oh, about 15 miles from here, a place called Younger's Bend. I wouldn't go down there alone, though. That is, unless I was tired of living.
How often does she come to town?
Once a week.
I'll stick around here so you can get in touch with me.
I was just fixing to have myself a bite of lunch. Won't you join me?
No, thanks, Sheriff. I got some unfinished business. I'll see you later.
Oh. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are?
Right then, it wouldn't have taken much to flatten me, too. Sprawled there on the sidewalk looking up at me was Frankie Adams, another railroad detective who had worked with me in the past.
What are you doing in Fort Smith?
Working as a dressmaker. What are you doing?
That horse thieving case in Dodge. Looks like it might be Belle Starr.
Then you're in luck. I'm working on her, too.
As a dressmaker?
Why not? Belle Starr's just like any other woman. Crazy about clothes. You should see the gown we made her.
Does she come in for fittings?
Naturally.
When?
Wait a minute. You can't move in yet. The case is still cold.
You're way behind. Right now, the case is really hot. When's her next fitting?
2:30, Friday, day after tomorrow.
Good. Make her something in blue denim. The latest thing in prison wear. It's been a real pleasure meeting you, ma'am. May I have the privilege of calling on you in the near future?
In the near future, you best mind your manners and your own business, sir. Good day.
Your arm, please. Sam, the door. Oh, Frankie. Yes? I do trust you weren't leaving, my dear.
Well, I was going down the street to have my scissors sharpened.
That can wait till you've finished with me. Get the dress and let's have a look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
Hats off in the presence of ladies. Now get out of here. Oh, there it is.
We still have a little work to do on the bodice, Mrs. Starr. After all, you are 2 days early, Mrs. Starr.
You'll have to excuse me. I seldom keep appointments on time. It's too unhealthy. Looks finished to me.
Well, the lining needs sewing. If you'll wait just half an hour, I'll finish it.
Can't wait. I'll take it as it is. How much do I owe you?
Mrs. Smith isn't here. You know, I just work for her. I'll go ask her.
Look it up in the books.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to have to ask you to stand right where you are.
No, honey. Just what do you think you're trying to do?
I'm taking you to the sheriff.
You're a fool. Why, I could draw and plug you before you could pull the trigger.
Go ahead and try it. Now get moving. Out the back door. Go get her. Matt.
Yeah?
Don't tell the boss about this.
felt so confident that the sheriff would capture Belle, I sent for the rancher who had witnessed the rustling, hoping he could make a definite identification.
You sent for me, Mr. Clark?
Yeah, that's right. Is that one of the horse thieves?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Well, it was dark, but
Get out. Take a good look.
when I got real close to him, yeah, I'm almost positive. Of course, if you'd have found the horses, then it'd been a different story.
Just as soon as we find where the horses are hidden, I'll get in touch with you. Thanks again.
Glad to be of help. Howdy, Sheriff.
Well, you don't have to tell me. You had her hooked, but she got away.
Oh, it's that thoroughbred she rides, Matt. There's not a horse in the territory can outrun him. What about Sam here? You get any more out of him?
No, he hasn't been very sociable. Maybe he'll change his mind when he finds out he's carrying the entire load for Belle and the rest of the gang.
Lock him up. How about it, Matt? Care for a little drink?
Oh, thanks, Sheriff. I think Sam would like to have some, though.
What? Give a drink to that drunken...
That's the general idea.
Oh. I guess you're right, Matt. Poor old Sam's rode just as hard as the rest of us. How about it, Sam? Care for a little mouthwash?
What's the matter with you? You act drunk.
Sam not drunk. Sheriff beat me up. He beat me real bad, Belle. My head.
What'd you tell him? What'd you tell him?
Tell him nothing. Nobody makes Sam talk either one.
Let's get you out of here.
Sam wouldn't remember because he was too drunk last night. But he had told us who Belle had sold the horses to, that they knew the herd was stolen and had planned to move them up country at once. We were pretty sure because of what had happened, Belle would be coming around to warn them.
Recognize any of those horses down there?
Sure, at least a dozen of them. There's that little bay colt I was telling you about. The one with the blaze on his face. He was a favorite with my whole family.
Here she comes, Matt. Look who's with her.
That's a female bandit, all right. I'd recognize that hat and feather anywhere, day or night.
She'll most likely be heading for that pass across the valley. We'll move around and give her a little reception.
I'll get Sam. You arrest Belle. You've got a horse that can outrun her.
Right. reception did surprise him. In the gun smoke and dust of the running horse herd, Belle and Sam got separated. The sheriff took care of Sam. Belle's trial created a sensation in the territory. She was the first woman in the country ever to be convicted on a charge of horse stealing. She appeared in Hanging Judge Parker's federal court of the Western District of Arkansas at Fort Smith. The trial lasted 4 days, from the 15th to the 19th of February, 1883. It was our rancher's identification of the little colt that really won the case for us. Sam was convicted on one and Belle on 2 charges of horse stealing. Both were sentenced to the federal penitentiary in Detroit. Belle and Sam spent a year behind the gray prison walls and then were released with time off for good behavior. They both headed back to Younger's Bend, where they took up the old life where they left off. For Belle was arrested several times, though never convicted. And Sam met a violent end in a pistol duel with an Indian deputy who had once arrested him. Then one day, several years later, while I was sitting in my office at railroad headquarters...
Hello, Matt.
Frankie, it's good to see you.
Nice to see you. What have you been doing?
Oh, same old thing. Sit down.
Thanks.
I'm just closing out the files on the Belle Starr case. No doubt you remember.
Oh, how could I forget? I read some time ago that she was murdered. Did they ever find out who did it?
No, and they probably never will. It's quite a mystery. Seems Belle had ridden halfway to Fort Smith with a friend of hers. Belle decided to turn back at the Canadian River and was coming back to Younger's Bend alone. Here, read it.
So the wild and daring Belle Starr died as simply as that.
Yep. Shot from her horse by an unknown assassin.
Was there ever any suspects?
A farmer named Watson looked good for a while. He was supposed to have been blackmailed by Belle. The case was thrown out of court for lack of evidence. Some people even think it might have been her own son. A week previous to her death, she whipped the boy because he'd mistreated one of her horses. You know, Frankie, I don't think we'll ever know. The official newspaper files of the early West record many stories of famous and notorious characters of that period. Among them, Billy the Kid, the terror of the Old West in the 1880s. He was the most feared gunman and outlaw in the pages of history of the old or new frontiers of America. Howdy, gents.
Hello, cowboy. When'd you get out?
Just before daybreak.
Where you been keeping yourself?
Up front.
Care to sit in?
No, thanks. I don't have any beans.
Don't need beans. Money'll do.
Don't have much of that either.
Well, let's just see how much that is.
I'm Matt Clark, railroad detective. I used to throw hobos like this off trains, but the last thing I wanted this trip was trouble. Over 1,000 head of cattle had been stolen from the railroad stock pens 100 miles north of here 8 days ago. There was another detective working the Mesilla country who was to meet me outside of town and pass on any information as to the movement of the stolen herds.
Oh, hello, Matt.
Hello, Frankie.
I was waiting down the road where the boss told me to meet you.
Yeah, I know. I got delayed. The boss tells me you got a line on the stolen herd.
The trail herd came through Mascaro Gap day before yesterday. They're hidden not more than 20 miles out of Mesilla.
Are you sure about that?
The gang that brought them down has been visiting the Cantina de Oro the last 2 nights.
Did you know the sheriff?
He left town 2 days ago. He's lucky.
Why?
The head of the gang is Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid? Wow.
Why is everyone so afraid of Billy? He's just a little runt. Got nice blue eyes and always smiling. Seems to me a big fella like you ought to be able to take him over your knees, spank him, and send him back to Mama.
That's not the way I heard it. Those guns he wears makes him 8 feet tall and tougher than a grizzly. Any more good news?
He's been coming in the cantina openly since the sheriff left town. I got myself a job playing the piano there to keep track of him.
Good. I hope the kid doesn't suspect you because you know how well he likes detectives.
Yeah.
You go ahead. I'll hoof it on into town.
Okay, I'll see you there, Matt.
I figured if I rolled into Mesilla with dust on my heels and sand in my hair, nobody'd take me for a railroad detective, not even Billy the Kid.
Let us first hear the honest ring of silver, stranger.
Treat that with respect, senor. That's the last of a long and noble line.
So this was the notorious Billy the Kid, born William H. Bonney in the slums of New York City. If the Kid's widowed mother hadn't married a man who fled west to escape the Civil War, the Kid might have become the bully of the Bowery instead of the scourge of the great Southwest.
Bartender,
Si, senor.
some glasses and some good whiskey.
Night rewards hung over the Kid's head, yet there wasn't a man in the place who dared gamble with a fate like that. They know about that violent temper. They knew as well as I that he'd already pulled the trigger on some 18 victims. And the tally would be 21 before he died. One for every year of his hectic life.
Tell your new piano player I want to buy her a drink.
Si, senor. The kid would like the pleasure of your company to drink with.
What if I don't care to?
Then you will have to find a pianola someplace else. For this would put me out of business forever. Please, señorita, please. Gracias, señor. Gracias.
You play piano real good.
Thanks.
Reminds me when I was little. My mother used to play the piano. Whenever she could get close enough to one. She was never rich enough to own one.
Why don't you buy her one? You can afford it now, can't you?
Well, I don't know where she is. I left home a long time ago.
Go on. You can't be over 20.
Counting the years don't mean anything. It's what you've seen and done. What I've seen and done makes me older than anybody else in this barroom.
Got to see him, minute, Billy.
Well, let it wait.
You can't. Old man said to tell you got to move those cattle tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. He got word that Pat Garrett's riding.
You don't butt in when I'm having a conversation with a lady. You'll excuse us, ma'am?
Well, of course.
How your old man stayed alive so long with you hanging around beats me. Now, say what you gotta say, will you?
I couldn't make out what the young fella had said to the kid, but I knew that Frankie had heard.
Let's go, man. We're riding. Wait a minute. These things yours, miss?
Yes?
You better put them on. You're riding with us.
Me? Why?
Maybe you heard, maybe you didn't. Just to make sure, you better come along.
You can't make me go.
Keep your hands off of her.
You don't know who I am, do you, mister?
I don't care who you are, Sonny. The lady said you didn't want to go.
Well, it's lucky for you you're not packing a gun. Who is he, miss?
I don't know. It's just some saddle bum that drifted in.
Well, shooting at him won't give him no manners. Take care of him, boys.
Get out of the way, miss.
Go get her on a horse. There's a gold piece. Go get yourself a gun. Because the next time I see you, you're gonna have to use it.
Billy the Kid rides into town and rides out, and I'm lying there flat on my face in the street where the horses stood. I guess luck was with me at that. The young fella that talked with the kid, the little thief that stole my coin, was coming back down the street in a wagon. It suddenly occurred to me that he might be headed for the same place as the kid.
What are you stopping me for? I ain't done nothing.
Don't go getting excited, son. We're just stopping everybody to wish them good morning. What do you got under this canvas here? Morning to you, too, mister. What are you hiding for? Timid?
Just keeping out of the sun.
Talk sense. I'm Pat Garrett, sheriff from over in Lincoln.
Well, I'm sure glad to hear that. I thought at first you were a hold-up artist. I'm Matt Clark, railroad detective.
Here's my credentials. I'm after a herd Billy the Kid stole from our railroad.
He's all right. We're looking for the kid, too, for the murder of Sheriff Brady. Kind of like to get him while we still have a few sheriffs left. Care to throw in with us?
I'd be a fool not to.
Fact is, I stowed away in this wagon because I figured the boy here knew where Billy was hiding.
Tell us about the kid, Sonny.
I don't know nothing about him.
What's your name?
Mose. Mose Stanton.
Thanks, son. That's all I have to know. His old man is Jake Stanton, a middleman for stolen cattle. It's an odds-on bet we'll find the kid at his ranch now making a deal. What do you say we get in on it? Tim, take the boy back to town. Organize a posse. Get him back out here as fast as possible. We'll keep trailing the kid till you get here. You can take his horse.
Kid wasn't at the Stanton Ranch, but he wasn't far from it either. We caught up with him later that day. There he was, with his gang and old man Stanton's cowhands, down there below us, moving the stolen herd north to meet the Colorado buyers. It was Pat Garrett's show, and he handled it well. He decided the best place and time to strike was here and now. Before we got time to think about it twice, we were all tearing down that slope, headlong into action. Billy's gang were cut down one by one in the stampede. Old man Stanton, who was buying the stolen cattle, was killed in the fight. Spotted the kid heading for the hills.
Come on, Pat!
I was worried about Frankie. I was sure the kid hadn't harmed her, but I wondered where he had taken her. It wasn't too long before I found out.
Garrett and a posse blew in out of the hills. They're on my trail like a hound dog. Give me some shells. I was going to let you go tonight, Frankie. I can't now. You got to come with us.
Please, Billy, let me stay here. I can't help or hurt you now.
You can. You're our passport to Mexico. For your sake, I hope they don't start shooting.
This is a good spot. Why don't we stay here?
To get myself trapped in a Mexican standoff? I've never seen one of those yet that works. Sooner or later, you run out of water, grub, or lead, and you got to make a run for it. You stick if you want to. I make my run now.
I'm with you, kid.
I'll take Frankie and the buckboard. You get your horse.
Get around and back. If we have to, we'll starve him out.
Right.
Smart little fox, I should have known.
We didn't want to hit Frankie, but trying to plug the kid. We made some noise just to let him know we were on his tail.
This is nice, Matt, but you can put me down now. I'm all right.
Well, you finally ran me down.
What pleases me most, Billy, is taking you alive. I never thought I would.
Maybe so, Pat. But I'll promise you one thing. You'll never hang me.
On the afternoon of April 28, while one of his guards was in a restaurant across the street, Billy slugged his other guard and took his gun away, then shot him in cold blood. He made his way to the porch of the old building, serving as a temporary jail. Bob Ollinger heard the shots and came running out.
See what good that'll do you now, Bob?
Toward the middle of July, 2 months later, Pat Garrett finally got a clue as to the kid's whereabouts. He rode to Fort Sumner with John Poe, a range detective, and myself as deputy. Toward midnight one evening, we came to the house of Pete Maxwell, a rancher friend of both Garrett's and the kid.
Wait here, Matt. I'll go in and talk to Pete.
Right.
Pete.
Hey.
Yeah? Yeah? Who is it?
It's me, Pat Garrett.
Come on in. The door's open. Hiya, Pat.
Fine. I'm looking for the kid. Is he around?
He was. I don't know whether he's still here or not.
Horses outside. Whose are they?
I don't know.
Ken S. Who's there?
There on the night of July 14, 1881, lay William H. Bonney, alias Billy the Kid. As he had lived by the gun, so did he die. Well, Pat, now that Billy's dead and gone, what are your plans?
Oh, I've got a nice little ranch north of here. It'll do me just fine to sit on it and work it from now to doomsday. I sure wasted a lot of time trying to cut the kid's trail. Too much time, if you ask me.
No, I wouldn't say it was wasted, Mr. Garrett. Most of New Mexico must be sleeping easier these nights.
I don't know. I kind of regretted having to do it. I'd rather take him alive. When I saw him that night, it was just a simple case of who shot first. I happened to be the lucky one. Could have been the other way around.
There's our train.
We better whip it up if we're going to flag her down at the junction.
Hi! The official newspaper files of the early West record many stories of famous and notorious characters of that period. Among them, Frank and Jesse James. Trained in the bloodthirsty school of border warfare, they rode roughshod from 1866 to 1882 through 4 states of the Middle West to become the most widely known bank and train robbers in the annals of American crime. On a cold night, January the 5th, 1875, a group of detectives acting on a tip-off that the James boys were in the old homestead in Jackson County, Missouri, silently surrounded the farmhouse of Dr. Samuels. In order to light up the house from inside, so as to make targets of the inmates, the men tossed in a metal bomb-type flare. Jesse's mother, trying to snuff out the bomb, pushed a kerosene-loaded object into the fireplace.
It's unbelievable, Jess. Unbelievable. To think that there are men in this world who throw bombs at innocent people, at a kind, gentle woman, at a harmless little boy of 10. Just think of it, Jess. Little brother Archie dead.
I am thinking of it, Frank. I'll be thinking of it for a long time.
We were there night before last. Never saw the family looking better.
Detectives.
Cowardly Yankee mercenaries. That's all detectives are, Jesse. For a few paltry dollars, they'd bomb their own mothers. I declare war on them. Here and now, war to the finish. By heaven, we'll make ghosts out of every one of them that comes our way.
I'll need money for the burying. There's a stage coming up from Hot Springs.
Wouldn't be carrying more than 500 or 600.
It's carrying a detective.
Who told you?
Cole Younger sent word that a young stranger was asking a lot of questions and heading this way. He said he smelled like a detective to stay out of town.
If we rode hard, we could just catch that stage.
This'll be for Ma. Poor little Archie.
I'm Matt Clark, railroad detective. The young lady across the way is Frankie Adams, my partner on this case. As far as anybody else is concerned, we're strangers, strictly on our own as we move into Clay County, the stronghold of Frank and Jesse James. Frank and I were only part of a network closing in slowly but surely on the James gang.
Forget the registered mail. Anything you'd rather keep for yourself, Grandpappy, put it right here in the bank where she'll be safe and sound.
As one Southerner to another, sir, I find your conduct outrageous.
Why, 1,000 pardons, Colonel. I should have known you were a Southerner. You may keep the watch as a souvenir of this occasion.
Well, then you must be Jesse James.
Maybe so, Colonel. But you better not say that again until I'm 20 miles away. How do you do, miss? What brings you to our fair state of Missouri?
Well, I've just been made new postmistress at Kearney.
Looks like people around here are going to have pretty good reason for answering their mail.
I haven't got much money, but...
Well, that's all right. Keep it. And get back in the coach where you'll be more comfortable.
Thank you.
Everything, mister, right into the strong box. What's your name?
I'd Lassiter.
Frank, have we any relations named Lassiter?
No. That's a good old Southern name, but he's not one of us. He talks like a treacherous Yankee.
Afraid you're right. Happened to be born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio.
I hear tell that's a real live steamboat town. What are you doing way out here?
Buying cattle.
I know where you can pick up some mighty fine Jersey beef steers.
I'd have to be awful drunk to buy jerseys for meat. Either somebody's pulling your leg, mister, or you're pulling mine.
What might your business be, young fella?
I'm a horse trader from Alabama.
Alabama? Did you fight in the war?
Sure did, sir.
Name your rank, regiment, and commanding officer.
I was a private soldier. My regiment was the 22nd Field Artillery. My commanding officer's name
No
was...
such regiment, boy. You're lying.
This must be that Yankee detective we heard about.
Must be. Let's see what you got in your pockets.
Until he was shot, I didn't know another detective had been traveling with me. His tragic mistake was my salvation. Kearney was the county seat, not much bigger than a one-horse town, but lively for its size. Frankie had taken her job in the post office, which turned out to be little more than a booth at the local grocery store. Her orders were simple enough. She was to be on the lookout for letters bearing any one of the many aliases used by the James boys and their gang. I took a room as close to the post office as I could find, still playing out the role of cattle buyer.
May I have a stamp for this, please?
That'll be 5 cents.
You're new here, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I don't mean to appear bold, but it does seem like we've met before.
We might have. I've met quite a few people in the last few weeks, although I don't remember you.
And that's the trouble when a man's business keeps him on the road. Doesn't give him much of a chance to make friends.
That depends upon how fast you travel. What's your business, if I may be so bold?
Bank examiner. Next time I'm passing through, I'll mail another letter. Day, miss.
Anything in general delivery for Lassiter?
Matt. That man that just left. That's Jesse James.
By the time I got a horse in the livery stable, he'd be long gone. What makes you so sure it was Jesse?
Those blinking eyes. That's the man that held up the stage. How could I ever forget them?
What'd he come in for?
To mail this.
Mr. Chadwell Pierce, General Delivery, Kansas City. Open it up.
This paper is all the mail there is for you, Mr. Lassiter. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll shake up the stove a little. It's getting chilly in here. Dear sir, my brother and I will be visiting our sister in Kansas City at the end of the week. If your cousins have their wagons, we can head west to make our fortunes. Give my regards to the cousins. Yours truly, Mr. Johnson. What do you make of it?
Nothing much.
What are we going to do about it?
We're going to go to Kansas City and deliver this in person to Mr. Chadwell Pierce. Who knows? Might be our chance to walk Frank and Jesse right into a trap. Good day, miss.
Good day, Mr. Lassiter.
It was simple enough to get Frankie placed in the Kansas City post office handling general deliveries. I hung around in the back room with employees. We got no action till the end of the week. Then on the 18th of February...
You got anything in general delivery for Pierce?
Pierce?
Yeah, Chadwell Pierce.
There's one letter for you, sir.
Thanks.
See you later, Frankie. This was what we'd been waiting for. It was our hope he'd lead us to the Kansas City hideout of the James gang.
Make sure I'm not followed.
About now, I was beginning to feel pretty good, feeling that at last we were getting somewhere after all our painstaking work.
You know, Jess, I didn't know this whistle stop had a bank.
Well, forget it. We're not interested in banks this trip. We've got just a half an hour before train time, and we're going to need a real good excuse to keep the sheriff away from us. There comes just what we're looking for. Some real important gentlefolk. Come on. Be nice and quiet, Uncle, and you'll stay alive to tell your kinfolk all about it. Beg your pardon, ladies. My friends and I are going to keep company with you for about half an hour. But if you make any trouble, you're liable to get those feathers shot right off your hats. Head for the railroad tracks. Get us there safe and sound, and we're liable to do the same for you. Chad, tell the sheriff if he gets curious, there's liable to be 3 less people in Waterville. Okay, Jess. Come on, let's go. Hurry up, boys. She'll be here in a couple minutes.
The folks around here will talk about this day for years to come.
Yeah. They'll even make it bigger than it is. They'll say it was the day Jesse and his gang kidnapped the whole town of Waterville and then held it hostage while they robbed the 845.
And with a hotel full of detectives in Kansas City.
Citizens. Joe, you take care of the engineer. Ed, bring up the wagon. The rest of you boys take care of the passengers.
Kansas City, I alerted the authorities on Jesse's being in the vicinity. We no sooner got word of the robbery than the wires started humming. I was part of a large posse that searched for 2 days. We'd begun to think that Jesse had gone to Earth like so many times in the past, when suddenly, on the morning of the 3rd day, the group I was with had a lucky break. We came suddenly on a train of freight wagons. We were about to ride on around when it occurred to me that Jesse had used a wagon in the robbery and had also mentioned wagons in his letter. Give me those binoculars. There was Jesse himself, riding alongside one of the wagons. I was sure of it.
Jesse needs me, man. Let's go get him.
Whip him up! Here comes the law! Let's get out of here! Frank, we'll have to leave it.
Combination of safe. Open it up. From then on, Jesse was doomed. Sooner or later, one of the raw recruits he was always picking up would turn on him for that $10,000 reward. Which is, of course, what finally happened. One evening in January 1882, I was in the office of the Kansas City Chief of Police on a matter that had nothing to do with Jesse James.
You Mr. Robert Ford?
Bob Ford.
What's so important it couldn't wait till morning?
I hear tell there's a $10,000 reward out for Jesse James, dead or alive.
That's right. What makes a young fella like you think he can earn it?
Ever hear tell of Charlie Ford?
Can't say that I have.
He's my brother. He's one of Jesse's gang. He's with Jesse right now.
And, what kind of help do you want from us?
Me and my brother want to do it legal. You deputize me and I'll do the rest.
Sit down, son, sit down. Then, you have ideas of getting in with the gang.
That's right. Charlie's been bragging me up. Jesse's getting kind of desperate for men.
What do you think?
Well, he's taking all the risk. What do you got to lose?
Take this young man out and have him deputized.
Thank you, Captain.
Frankie Adams and I happened to be in St. Joe, Missouri in the spring of 1882. We didn't know it until later, but Jesse James and his family were there, too, living under an assumed name in a little rented house up at Lafayette and 13th Street. It was a Monday morning, the 3rd of April. Jesse and Charlie Ford had been out back in the stables grooming and feeding the saddle horses. Charlie had stopped in the kitchen to talk to his brother Bob. It was an unusually warm day for April, so Jesse opened the door to the street and took off his coat. Then, feeling that his guns might arouse suspicion in anyone passing outside, he took them off, too. The guns were both businesslike .45s, one a Colt, the other a Smith & Wesson. Unknown to Jesse, Bob Ford was watching him closely. Had been watching him for days now, waiting for a chance to catch Jesse unarmed. This began to look like the moment he was waiting for, so he alerted his brother Charlie.
Hot day. Yeah, isn't it? Great racehorse, that Skyrocket. Yeah. Kind of dusty, though.
Jesse turned his back. It was his last mistake. Jesse James died as violently as he had lived. The two Ford brothers ran to the nearest telegraph office and notified the authorities that Jesse James was dead. Word spread rapidly. The morbidly curious began coming from all directions. Because we were in town at the time, Frankie and I were called in to help with the identification. For only a few detectives had ever seen Jesse face to face and lived to tell about it. Well, Frankie, I guess we can close the files on the James gang.
Don't be too sure about that. His brother's still around.
I wouldn't worry about Frank. He hasn't ridden with Jesse for a long time. It's only his loyalty to Jesse that's kept him from coming out of hiding. I'll make you a bet he turns himself in before 6 months.
I'll have you know, sir, I never make bets.
Unless it's a sure thing.